Good day to everyone. My name is Sophia. I am an employee of relocation, a company specializing in business and asset relocation abroad. Today we will talk about one of the most pressing topics, finding housing in London. If you're about to arrive in London and urgently need accommodation for yourself and your family, I understand you well. Finding a new home, especially in a foreign country, is a responsible and challenging stage. I want everything to be perfect, but unfortunately, many immigrants make mistakes due to a lack of knowledge of the UK real estate market and find themselves in unpleasant situations. If you're ready to start searching for your perfect home in London right now, then let us begin. The process of searching for housing in London usually starts when you move into temporary accommodation. I strongly recommend looking for long-term accommodation while already being in place. First, to attend the viewing and see the advantages and disadvantages and explore the preferred area for living in person. Great Britain, especially its capital, offers a variety of options for temporary residence. From the trendiest hotels to budget-friendly hostels and apartments through convenient short-term rental services. So, where can you stay when you arrive in London while you don't have permanent accommodation? There are numerous options, even a large number of them. It all depends on your financial capabilities and needs. You can stay at a hotel or a guest house, but prices can bite, especially in London. You have the option to utilize the services provided by short-term housing rental platforms, such as Airbnb or Booking.com. There you can find different choices, spanning from rooms in apartments to entire houses and apartments. There you can find a rather interesting option. It is the rental of a room in a private house or apartment. Many people offer such temporary accommodation on their own terms, sometimes even including breakfast in the rental price. This is a kind of bed and breakfast option, but there are also a couple of interesting non-obvious options. If you adore animals and do not wish to spend a large amount on rent, you have the option to temporarily take on the role of a dog or cat sitter. I was personally surprised that such choices actually exist, but in reality it is incredibly popular in Europe, especially for young and free guys. Familiarize yourself with websites such as Trusted House Sitters, Rover, Poolshake, etc. And there is also the good old couch surfing, where you can find a place to sleep for a night, a week, or even longer, depending on your luck. On this and other similar sites, you can be offered a bed or even a room completely free of charge out of kindness, or for small services, for example, for your commitment to cook dinner. Couchsurfing is not just about mutual benefit, but also about communication and interests. Numerous individuals who offer their couches to weary travelers are looking for companions or engaging in interesting conversations. In addition, you can also utilize Facebook groups as a resource to discover advertisements for renting rooms or apartments for a brief period of time. Another last, but no less effective option will be to search for housing through a real estate agency. Firstly, some of them specialize not only in long-term rentals, but also in short-term ones. So, if you're searching for permanent housing via realtors, you can also let them know that you require assistance in finding temporary housing, and I'm confident they won't decline your request. Now let's discuss how to search for long-term housing in London. London is a metropolis with a wide range of districts, each having its own character and features. Certain regions can be noisy and bustling, whereas other areas are quiet and peaceful. Therefore, it is important to personally explore the areas that seem attractive to you for living, to avoid any unpleasant surprises. In one of my previous videos, I already talked about the best areas of London, so I don't want to repeat myself here, and I'll say briefly. Big London or Great London is officially divided into 32 districts, but the boundaries are very abstract in general. If you ask a Londoner where is the best place to live in London, he will definitely say the West. This area is perfect for families looking for a pleasant and quiet place. By the way, the top locations for renting housing in the West that I would emphasize are Fulham, Kensington and Chelsea, Hammersmith, Chiswick and Ealing. North London is a blend of unique cultures and a lively social environment, as well as a variety of green parks and areas. He is more budget-friendly compared to West London, and in North London, I would like to highlight the following areas for living. Without a doubt, Hampstead, Islington, Muswell Hill, Belsize Park, along with Primrose Hill. South and East London are highly diverse. They have variations in terms of more affordable housing, as well as the existence of disadvantaged areas with a high level of crime. Generally, the South and East are suitable for beginners with low rental prices, a large number of young people, and a vibrant social life, making them ideal for novice professionals. Among the top areas there, I would highlight Battersea, Richmond, Wimbledon, Balham, Clapham, and Greenwich as the best options. The heart of the city is central London. This is one of the most densely populated and developed districts of the city. Despite the fact that the rent there is quite expensive, a big plus will be that you will be able to save on transportation expenses. If you are planning to work in the City of London, then renting a house in the city centre can be a great accommodation option for you to consider. Which central districts are the most popular and which ones should I highlight? These include Fitzrovia, Belgravia, Knightsbridge, Mayfair, and Marylebone. In general, according to The Guardian, the average cost of renting a property in London in 2023 reached $2,500 per month in London. Explore rental housing websites such as Rightmove and see the prices for yourself, then choose a suitable option for yourself based on your findings. We've handled districts, but when renting in London, it's necessary to be prepared for owners' and agents' requirements. For an extended term lease, you will be required to provide certain specific documentation. This encompasses documentation that verifies identity, such as a passport and BRP card, as well as documentation that confirms income. This is a reference to the three-part structure: bills for the past few months, statements from your British bank accounts, and possibly a recommendation from previous landlords, if any, or sponsorship from someone who can vouch for you. If you've just arrived in the UK, you might encounter some difficulties and confusion regarding where to obtain all of these numerous documents. In all likelihood, you will need to have discussions about different options with the homeowners to demonstrate your financial capability of renting their property. What are some typical strategies to simplify your move and avoid making errors throughout the process? I would recommend you to search for different groups on Facebook where individuals discuss similar problems, post a few announcements about renting housing, and generally share their experience. You can certainly read a variety of intriguing stories, but you will be fully prepared for any situation that may arise. For the first time, if you have the opportunity, you can also look for a realtor who will take on most of the unpleasant responsibilities associated with renting a property, and you will only need to pay and choose the option you like. You can also view videos on the Relocation channel, where we share our personal experience and expertise about the process of moving. Another vital issue regarding housing is housing and communal services, GKH. It's remarkable that in the era of globalization and process unification, payment and receipt of utility services remain complex and unique in each country. I'll disappoint you. Great Britain lags behind in digitizing communal services. There is absolutely no unified system where everything can be paid for. Therefore, renting an apartment is an attempt. It is also very important to maintain it. In the UK, there is a municipal tax called council tax, which is used for the maintenance of the police, municipal institutions, and street cleaning. It is calculated based on the size of the property's location and several other factors. Usually, the municipal tax is calculated based on who resides in the house. Generally, it is usually 2 individuals. However, if you know a few simple rules, you can often get a good discount from the local authorities. For instance, discounts given to full-time university students. It's a 100% discount, no taxes need to be paid. Individuals possessing 2 or more residences shall receive a 50% reduction. and people with disabilities, or owners of housing in which no one lives also do not need to pay this tax. Alternatively, if you reside alone, you will solely be responsible for 50% of the municipal tax. The tax is split into 10 monthly installments, but it can be extended to cover a period of 12 months if needed. And the main office can be paid for online, at banks or post offices, at newspaper kiosks, and even at physical stores. Additionally, like in any country, there are communal enterprises in the UK, mainly private, so if you rent accommodation, expenses for housing and communal services may be included in the rental price or billed separately in a combined invoice. Typically, bills are sent every 3 months with a few weeks provided for payment. If you utilize a meter, the company dispatches its representatives on a regular basis, typically every few months, to collect readings of these meters. Any excess payment or insufficient payment is factored into the next bill, and you will not overpay in any situation or circumstance. You can pay by debit, cash at the post office, by credit card or online, or even by phone. To receive bills for electricity, gas, or water, you need to contact contractors, create corresponding accounts on their websites, and as a rule, you can choose a supplier and a tariff that you will pay, fixed or variable. You can decrease expenses by consolidating gas and electricity bills in a single company. Thames Water supplies water to the inhabitants of London. Payment can be fixed without a meter or based on a metering system. Readings are conducted on a biannual basis. In the absence of a meter, the payment is determined by the tariff rate applicable to a particular house. In the end, on the way to the perfect housing in London, immigrants go through an exciting journey, exploring different neighborhoods, finding new friends, and overcoming difficulties. And in this process, the main thing is to remain open to new opportunities and first of all, trust yourself. Ultimately, this is what will assist you in discovering your ideal residence in that multifaceted city. Relocode Company shares its extensive expertise in moving to the UK, and we are always ready to help you with your move, making this process much easier and worry-free. If you have any questions, require additional assistance, do not hesitate to sign up for our complimentary consultations, and we will be delighted to share valuable tips and recommendations on relocating to the United Kingdom with you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video to always stay up to date with new videos and get even more useful information about relocation and life abroad. Thank you for watching and see you again soon on the Relocation channel.